Hang on to your magic cards because it looks like Wizards of the Coast is turning this ship around. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel and you're somehow finding me out there in the nacho cheese universe of YouTube, well, thanks a lot for deciding to check out my content today. Remember, tap that subscribe button to add 3 colorless mana to your mana pool, and I look forward to seeing you guys each and every day as we try to get to my goal of 10,000 subscribers. It's going to be a rockin' good time. Today's conversation is going to revolve around the giant ship that is Wizards of the Coast, and the fact they're making a course change. They are changing the direction of the power level of this game. They are doing a reset, and it's happening right now. When you look at Kaldheim, you look at Strixhaven, now Dungeons & Dragons, these sets all seem a little bit less when you compare it to something like Throne of Eldraine. Those sets, Core 2021 with Ugin in it, Teferi, the Master of Time. There is some craziness going on, and it looks like it's going to be great for the game in the long term. Yes, we're grumbling that the cards don't mix well now, but these cards are going to rotate out. So in Standard, this is going to make perfect sense going forward, now that I'm looking at it through that lens of the game. When we take a look here, I want to show you something here. When you look at Progenitus, 2009, I remember cracking this and thinking the card was a god. Well, wait, he is a god, technically. But I mean, amazing. Game-ending card. But he cost 10 to get out. He was a beast to get out. Malfagor, hey, 6/6, a little bit easier to get out, but still a beast of a card and still cost a lot of mana. When I now fast forward to 2019 and I take a look at the Questing Beast and the fact that guy could come out, rip into somebody for 4 on turn 1, and you probably only have low-level blockers and you can't stop him. And when you do kill him, there's so many ways of bringing creatures back now. He just pops up and says, "Hi, I'm back again," and attacks you again. You put on like the Hydra spell to double his power every turn. He became a really sick card, okay? It's an amazing card. Amazing card. But you can see the difference in power levels. That's the point I'm trying to get across to people. When you mix certain sets together, they don't really mesh well. But if you're doing a full downgrade, Wizards has had this issue before. They've gone through these situations before. The early sets in Magic's history, Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, we had some seriously powered up stuff. Okay? Seriously powered. Let me show you here. A Shivan Dragon in the first time I played scared it's a 5/5 flyer that you could pump up. It blew my mind. Picture that as a kid, seeing that on the battlefield, and I have a 1/1 Mesa Pegasus. I'd never seen anything like it. Then you get into Serra Angels, 4/4 for 5 that don't tap to attack. They can block and attack. It was crazy. Force of Nature, 8/8, scare the living bejeebas out of you. You look at those, and I just showed you the Questing Beast, Progenitus. Which one would you be more scared of? It's all relative to the time frame which Wizards is steering the ship. It's not a bad thing. We are heading right now, I believe now, into a softer time in Magic's history, where we're now not going to have these giant overkill power things, more twisting and turns. In the case of Dungeons & Dragons, more chance will come in, because dice rolling will happen a lot. And when that dice rolling happens, we don't know what effect we're going to get. So your chances are not as secure against some of the cards you pick. I like that. I think it's going to be a new kind of fun era right now. We're not seeing it yet. You're not seeing it like I'm seeing it, but maybe after this conversation you will, or maybe you'll argue with me and say, "No way, I hate it." Put it in the comment sections. I do want to see what people think. But now that I've seen Kaldheim and Strixhaven, now D&D, and you look at the sets leaving with the sets coming in, it makes sense. It's just going to be downgraded a bit, and they've done it before. When things didn't go well, they powered cards up like in the Urza's block. But after the Urza's block, they kind of powered back down again. And after Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, we started getting some of these crazy cards out there. They gave us Fallen Empires, which had relatively weak power level cards. And it went a few years like that. Ice Age stuff, Alliances started picking up, and we started kind of moving in that trend up. But it looks like they go in these trends. They're going to go up. Then Wizard says, "Oh, it's too powerful. Scale it back, boys, girls, scale it back. Everyone, bring the power level down. Let's calm down, reset, and work our way up again." Because after a card rotates out, they don't care what happens to it. They know it's going to go into all kinds of different formats like Commander and stuff. But in Standard, where they really control that ship well, and they say, no, we can't have this happening. They're just steering the whole ship in that new direction. And the ship has many ports of harbor. Remember, they've got Commander. They've got Pioneer. They got other things to worry about. They got a lot of stops they have to make. So the ship will take detours. It'll make mistakes. It may drop off the wrong cargo. But they are always trying to get back on track with the right direction for the game. And I think right now that's what we're seeing. We're just not seeing it all the way yet. As the rest of these sets rotate out and the new sets come in, I think we'll see a whole new playing experience for players who play Standard, who are going to play the draft experience. I think that's what we're going to see. When I look back, even when I saw the old artifacts back in the day, a Jester's Cap from Ice Age would wreck somebody's deck. If I'm playing Alpha Beta Unlimited and they take out my Time Walk, my Time Twister, and I don't know, my Black Lotus, you've just wrecked my chances of winning pretty much. And then when somebody would have out a Platinum Angel that made them basically unkillable if they put hexproof and stuff on it, blew your mind. Okay? Blew your mind. I want you to know, even Soul Ring back in the day, it was not considered that powerful. We didn't think much of that card. It was a mana producer. That's what we cared about. It's later on people realized that if I stop the mana supply, I stop the big beasties from coming, giving myself a chance to breathe. We didn't think that way when we were young, but you think about it now, don't you? That's just Wizards steering the ship. That's why Soul Ring doesn't come back into Standard rotation, right? It sits in Commander, it sits in Vintage and Legacy and other formats. But it doesn't seem to come around to Standard, does it? No. It sits out there in Limbo Land. It's very fascinating to see what Wizards can do when they want to. I myself am just excited for Dungeons & Dragons. But when I saw the emails of the haters versus the emails of the lovers, it's funny how they don't quite meet in the middle. They have different parts they like and don't like. Certain people like the power level, certain people don't. Certain people like the art, certain people don't. But when you look in the middle there, and you see what they're trying to do and match it off with what's going to be in Kaldheim and Strixhaven, it's starting to make more sense to me. It's starting to make me understand what Wizards is going to do, and I'm fascinated by it. When I look now at the let's say deck of many things, the Vorpal Blade, and you compare that to a Blightsteel Colossus with Infect, and you look at the Overseer and you go, yep, definitely a difference in power level, right? But you're looking way back here at 2012 to 2021. They're just steering the ship over a course of a decade. Years go by, and they let the power level creep back up. I bet you're going to have like 2 years of a slowdown of the levels, and then we're going to start seeing it go back up again. I want to see what people think about this because I think that's the direction they're taking. And why not? If they gear things down, people appreciate the cards more, appreciate the creatures they have, because they're not just being instantly killed or bombarded by creatures like Questing Beast, which won't be there. It's awesome. Brazen Borrow's not unsummoning and then flashing back in to beat you down. They're not there to save those people with those decks right now. So new decks have to be constructed, and that's what Wizards wants. They want you to go out and get the new decks, get the new packs, crack packs, go to stores, get the stuff you need. That's what they're gaming on. They want your money, and they want you to move in that direction. All they have to do is steer the ship a certain way and make other things in those formats unattainable, and we move on to new things. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's an interesting way to do things. And I'm fascinated by the fact that I didn't really key into it right away. I'm like, hey, I didn't think about this. I was just excited for D&D. We knew it all year if you watched my channel. I just wanted to see Dungeons & Dragons, and I didn't care what happened in between. I just wanted D&D. And now that that's passing, and I know it's going to come, now I'm starting to look at what I'm going to do. The decks I'm losing to when I played on Arena, I'm losing to decks that have those cards, that have an Ugin beating me down, eliminating all my stuff. I'm losing to cards that aren't going to be there in 6-7 months. So why should I worry? Keep building what you're building, work on the decks you're going to play, and understand they're not going to be there. I love it. I can't wait. It's a fascinating, fascinating time. And guys, I think you should be excited. It is going to be an awesome year in Magic. I can't wait to see what's coming up next. Now, guys, do you think this is the direction Wizards is taking? Do you see it now that I'm talking about it, that this is a possible just a new shift in downgrading the power level across the board so we have an even playing field for the next couple of years as they slowly creep up again? I would love to know what you guys think in the comments section below. Please put it down there. Let me know what you guys think. You know I'm going to get back to you. And if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. I want to see what you guys think each and every day, and I look forward to having those conversations. It's going to be awesome. All right, guys, this is MTG Moxman. I hope to see you guys each and every day. It is an amazing time in Magic, like always. Have a great one. It's going to be so awesome. Hey guys, a big shout out to my loyal and amazing patrons. Thank you so much, guys, for your continued support for the channel. Make sure you guys are commenting in the comment section. I want to hear what my patrons think. Hit me up on the Patreon. Hit me up on my email. You guys make everything happen. Let me know. Guys, patrons are amazing. Thanks again, guys. And no, there's no new slots. I'm sorry. It makes perfect sense, right? We're downgrading the power level to make things easier for players and to give a different experience in the game right now. I can see it happening. Why didn't I see it before? I don't know. I'm working too hard. What do you guys think? So cool. I can't wait. Sometimes I even surprise myself. You still here? Well, my live stream's about to start. See you then.